Alright guys, I'm going to show you how I cut down my mag release on the other side so that then it doesn't catch on anything, because sometimes some people are catching it and then it dumps their mag out for them. So I'm going to show you how I done mine. All we're going to need is a small nail and a hammer. Now if we look at this, this is where it's a little bit more complicated because I don't want to go and start ripping all of this lot off. If you look underneath here, you can see you've got the pin. Simply just make sure a nail or a punch is smaller than what that pin is that you're going to be knocking out, and you'll be fine. Okay, and then also knocking it out, you want to knock it out from the right hand side going over to the left hand side. So imagining you're holding the gun as though you're actually going to be firing it. This side is your right hand side, then this side is your left hand side. So you want to knock it out from this side. All we'll simply do, just line up the pin and your nail, place it on top and just tap it out. It's got serrated edges on it, just like all the other ones have. Just lift that off of that. I'm going to pull the pin out, it's easy enough to do. And then with me, I've got to pull down this camo bit, but it is just, that's just going to literally slide out, and then you'll have your spring still sitting on there. Okay, and then you can see what I've done. You just take a junior hacksaw, and when you've got that edge of this coming along here, hopefully you can see that, so coming along here, you can use that as your guide, and you're just going to, depending on what side you're going to be cutting off, you're just literally going to put it down there, butt it up against that, and then cut it. Once you cut it, get a small file or a bit of sandpaper and file it just to take all your sharp edges off, and then put a bit of paint on there. Paint it up, wait for the paint to dry, that's going to be the longest part of doing this, and then you're just going to literally drop it back in again. Make sure your spring's in there nicely. Get rid of that. Then we're just going to slide it back up, and it'll go in all on its own. Like so. Then we're going to take our pin, serrated edge, sitting out, holding that in your thumb and forefinger, putting it on the left hand side, and just move that out of the way, and then just drop that back in. You can see it's going to take a little wiggle just because you've got to get it lined up, and just gently push it down to that point. Get your hammer again. Now all we're going to do is just tap it down so that it's flush. Pull this out of the way. Right, it's just a little bit below the surface on that side. Check it on this side. Yep, it's flush on that side. And then that is it. It's all back into place. You can take your mag, slide your mag in, it's locked into place. Okay? And it's as simple as that. It's so quick and easy, it's literally, I ain't got to do any editing on this video now. And then that's what you're left with. So you ain't going to catch anything on that because that's just below the surface of your trigger guard. But then still allows you that you can dump your mag on that side, and then obviously depending on which side, which hand you use, left-handed or right-handed, would be depending on which one of these ones you cut off. That's it, simple as that. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys.